Good afternoon and welcome to World in 5. Zimbabwe's leader, President Mnangagwa, swore in members of the Zimbabwe Independent Complaints Commission at State House in Harare. The new commission consists of 4 members who include former High Court Judge Webster Nicholas Chinamora, who is the chairperson, Dr. Elizabeth Rutate, Andrew Mataruse, and Oliver Mandipaka. They are mandated to investigate complaints of misconduct against security service members. Speaking to the media after the event, Justice Chinamora said the commission was established to complement other commissions already in existence.
The mandate of the commission is to receive, investigate, and then make recommendations upon the individual complaints. If it requires that we deal with them by referring them to the organizations from which the members complained against come from, we'll do that. The commission has been essentially established not to usurp the functions of courts or to usurp the functions of other commissions which are already in existence. This commission specifically is to receive complaints of misconduct against members of the security services. And by members of the security services, we are referring to the army, we are referring to the police, we are referring to the intelligence services and the
At least 7 Harare city councillors went for trial on Thursday over allegations of abuse of power. In recent months, a couple of city council employees have been investigated and arrested on allegations of bribery, embezzlement, and abuse of public office. This is just an example of how local authority officials have been implicated in corruption cases of late. ZACC says they are still trying to ensure complete eradication of corruption within public offices and sectors.
As an institution mandated to lead the fight against corruption, the Zimbabwe Anti-Corruption Commission, under the ambit of the National Anti-Corruption Strategy, took a deliberate approach to build strong, transparent, and accountable institutions. Weak institutions are prone to corruption and therefore a hindrance to national development.
Thousands of learners on the Basic Education Assistant Module BEAM program may not sit for national examinations this year if an agreement between government and the National Exams Board is not reached soon. The Zimbabwe School Examinations Council is owed about 6.4 million Zimbabwe gold by government in unpaid examination fees dating back to 2023. This came to light during a parliamentary hearing with Public Service, Labour and Social Welfare Ministry officials earlier today. Minister July Moyo speaks.
Additionally, an equivalent of US 6.4 million is owed to Zimsec as exam fees for 532,963 grade 7 and forms 4 and form 6 students. Even now, I was being asked by the permanent secretary to say there are students who definitely are not going to write the examinations if we don't give promissory note to Zimsec.
12 learners and 2 teachers from Magwegwe High School suffered varying degrees of injuries after a classroom ceiling collapsed on them while they were in the middle of a lesson. Parents, though acknowledging the school's swift response in seeking medical attention for their children, have accused the same school of not being forthcoming with funds for medication. The Director of Communications in the Ministry of Primary and Secondary Education, Taunga Nandoro, said the ministry is looking into the issue of safety in schools.
At a school in Magwegwe, I would like to advise that it is a rather an unfortunate incident which involved at least 2 teachers and a dozen of our pupils. A few of them, one was injured a bit critically, but the others had minor bruises. They were taken to Pilo Hospital and they were discharged. We have now started to enhance a very thorough and robust assessment of all our structures, of all our 10,688 schools, to ensure that the structures still meet the standards You know, we've got certain schools that were built decades ago, some in the 1920s, some in the 1930s, 1940s, and this is what we're trying to do and assess that the structures are still intact. We're also calling for public-private partnerships where we have got other private players coming in to assist us with the rehabilitation or construction of new classroom blocks.
A 10-year-old boy enrolled in a Japanese school in China's Shenzhen city has died after being stabbed by a 44-year-old man. The child was stabbed 200 meters away from the gate of the Japanese school. The boy's father is a Japanese citizen, while his mother is a Chinese citizen. Spokesperson of China's Ministry of Foreign Affairs, Lin Jian, said the attack was an individual case and that China and Japan are in communication on the case. Lin said Japan has asked China to provide a detailed explanations of the facts. He also added that similar cases could happen in any country, emphasizing that China has always taken and will continue to take effective actions to ensure the safety of all foreign citizens in China. That's all we had on World in 5.